Yo, what's up, YouTube? So today we got Eric the Electric, the Goat Man finna let AI control what you eat for 2 weeks, bro. Let's see.
For the next 2 weeks,
This is an hour,
every meal AI tells me
long video.
I think you should eat 50 sprinkled donuts.
And judging by what it
Got some
served me,
eggs
I have a feeling it's gonna get pretty bad.
some sardines,
There are 3
wild
rules for
caught,
this challenge.
and
Rule
some
number 1,
eggs,
I have until midnight to finish everything on each day's
and some
meal.
honey
Rule
on
number 2,
and
if I
eggs.
can't complete a meal, AI is gonna make the next one even harder to finish. And rule number 3 is the one that can ruin everything. My total completion rate can't fall below 75%. If it does, AI ends the entire challenge and I lose everything. Starting off the challenge with a tower of donuts was a bit more food than I expected. And I wanted to be as time efficient as possible, so I decided to condense things a little bit. After a few more minutes and another mega-sized donut sandwich, I finished off breakfast with quite the sugar rush. But that was going to change in the next meal. What should I eat for lunch?
I think you should go for 25 cheeseburgers.
25 burgers?
It's a cheeseburger.
Man, that's
Ain't no way
I
AI telling him to eat all that.
using some Diet Coke, topped with some sugar-free ketchup, of course.
You gotta tell
However,
him
the next meal
to
was
eat
gonna be
like
even more substantial.
more like stuff in the morning.
Stay on brand across every platform. Keep your branding consistent for all designs in a few clicks.
You're diving into 2 medium one-topping pizzas, a side of breadsticks, and some wings.
Editing,
Sure.
Eric, cue the dramatic music. I'm going back in. Even though I just consumed what felt like a week's worth of salt,
Not remotely enough sauce.
I decided that these wings needed a bit more flavor. After 3 huge meals, I was able to complete the first day, but this was only the beginning. Day 1 is officially complete, and to illustrate that, I have put a little green check mark in day 1. The calendar behind me is the roadmap, and as long as I can keep that completion rate high, I will be victorious in this challenge.
There's some bones in
That should
here, but
not
they
be
not
too
that
horrible.
big, so.
It could be much worse. Anyways, I'm going to get some sleep. Good night.
This is gonna be a long 2 weeks. All right, what should I eat for breakfast today?
For breakfast, head over to IHOP and order their full stack of New York cheesecake pancakes, plus a side of bacon, a large chocolate milkshake, a side of hash browns loaded with cheese and sour cream, a double order of sausage links, a big slice of their cheesecake, because why not double down on that theme?
Damn.
Breakfast of champions, or someone who makes really poor life choices. From my perspective, day number 2 was definitely starting off on a sweet note. But with even more meals
The
on my
honey
list today,
really
I knew I
adds
had to stay on my toes.
that
Meal
sweet
1 is
texture.
complete.
What should I eat
Flavor.
for lunch?
Lunch, 2 bacon cheeseburgers fully loaded with all the toppings from Five Guys, a large cake
Damn.
of fries, and a peanut butter banana shake.
Lunchtime. After making quick work
That's
of
not
the
that
first
big.
and then the second burger, it was time for a line you've never heard from me before.
Exercise? I thought you meant extra fries.
The fries were salty, but thankfully, my next meal was going to be just what my taste buds needed.
I feel like I just consumed my body weight in grease.
Afternoon snack, a dozen cookies from a local bakery.
That's a snack.
I couldn't really think of anything else to say, whatever.
Nigga, that's
It was
a
the
whole-
salt from earlier.
that's a
Each
whole
bite of
week's
this
worth
chocolate
of
chip cookie
sugar.
gave me new life.
Carbs.
Unbelievable.
Unfortunately, not for this guy, though. I tried to enjoy this meal as much as I could because the next one up was going to be the real test of my stomach capacity.
Dinner, a family-sized lasagna, a garlic bread loaf, a Caesar salad loaded with dressing and croutons,
A whole
and a
family
bag of ice cream to
lasagna.
finish it off. Brace yourself, you'll be questioning your life choices by the end of this one.
As if I needed more carbs. Looking at this meal, it hit
Yeah,
me.
hell
This
of
was
carbs when
already
you get
a
full.
lot of food. And the first 2 days were only the calibration days.
I'm 99% sure I just lost a part of my soul in that tray of lasagna.
And eating this much so early on
That is fucking delicious.
was unfortunately going to come at quite the cost.
Day 2 is complete, and I can't carry on with this challenge anymore until I introduce you all to my
Bro,
friend
got a
here. Everybody say hi to Nova.
baby
Nova,
on day
say hi,
2.
everybody.
Hey everybody, buckle up. This is gonna be a wild
He got a
ride.
food baby
It's
on day
been a
2,
wild
chat.
ride.
Oh, trust me, Eric. You've only just gotten on the roller coaster.
Oh my god.
Nova, wasn't there something you said you wanted to say earlier?
Just wanted to remind everyone that Eric's a trained professional in this kind of chaos, so please don't try this at home.
All right, Nova. Well, I'm done with day 2.
Sure he's got something up its sleeve. Let's see if you can keep up.
I got through the first 2 days without any major issues and finished most of the meals pretty fast. But being forced to eat on the clock has never really been a strength of mine. And Nova was just getting started.
Welcome to Module 1, Speed. This module is all about fast decisions
I'm
and faster
eating one
eating.
food,
I'll give you the
but-
first meal now, and once you finish, Let me know. Finish each meal within the time I set, or the next one gets harder. Your first meal today is 10 PB&J sandwiches. You've
Damn.
got 12 minutes to finish them.
Giving up control of my diet was one thing. Giving up control of everything else was another.
Well, PB&J is
wondering why the
crazy.
wheel of my car is moving on its own right now? It's because Nova decided that the first thing that's getting automated in this challenge is my driving.
Your first automation task is to enable full self-driving in your Tesla.
My mom's coming over in a few weeks and she's gonna absolutely love this.
Which is me being sarcastic because out of everyone I know in my life, my mom is the most skeptical of AI or anything automated. But since I was already letting AI control my diet for 2 weeks, letting it handle a few other things just made sense. 3, 2, 1. On the other hand, the first few bites of these PB&Js were incredible.
That shit looks so
With only
good,
12
bro.
minutes on the clock.
I can eat about 4 of them.
20 in. The last thing I was eating for at this point was taste.
I can eat about 4
After
PB.
absolutely housing
4
these sandwiches
thick ones.
much faster than I expected,
Yeah, I know the
today
thick one,
got
bro.
a pretty great
With
start.
hella peanut butter and jelly, like when it's falling out, you eat the bite.
I'm getting better at eating.
And if you gotta eat all the jelly
Meal
and
2
peanut
is
butter
ready,
when
and
it fall
you've
off.
got 8 minutes to tackle
I can
20
eat about
nuggets
4 of
from
them.
Carl's Jr.
Regular little
To
thin,
my surprise,
you
the
know,
next meal went
spread
even quicker than the last.
2 minutes and
Like,
45 seconds.
25.
Look at that.
That's
You eat real fast. I love this.
I could probably do like,
Mission
I
is
could probably
to
do
take
like
down an
10.
entire Taco Bell Taco 12 pack, and you've got 6 minutes to do it.
You gotta eat that in
This
6
one I'm a
minutes.
little
The
bit-
fact that he had to eat
At
them
this point,
PB&Js
I
in
can
what,
tell
how many
Nova was
minutes?
just
What is
starting
it,
to make
20?
things a little bit more difficult.
I kind of need to actually really lock in here.
I figured the best thing to do here would be to unwrap everything beforehand.
See, he's
and
not-
maximize taco
he's a-
consumption.
12 tacos right here. 6
Eric's
minutes on
not
the
a
clock.
speed
I
eater.
need this later.
Bro,
so
he's
not
like
so
a,
early.
he eat a lot,
2,
basically.
1.
He's not
First
very
couple
much of a
tacos
speed.
were
He eats fast, but it's not
before I
the
knew
best
it,
thing.
I was already halfway done.
Almost 2.5 minutes in. A few tacos left. 6.
After cruising my way through the last of the tacos, I was genuinely proud of myself for how easily I was crushing these speed challenges.
4:51. Oh man, I'm destroying these speed challenges.
I have to admit, that was impressive. Your next meal is 25 egg rolls, and you've got just 5 minutes to do it.
What's an impressive time to finish these in, if you were a human?
If I were human,
What happened to the
I'd
fun
say
facts? That's what
under
made his
4
videos
minutes would be
ridiculous, bro.
seriously impressive.
No
And if
fun
I did
facts
do
throughout
it
the
in
videos,
4
man.
minutes, I would be on the road to becoming the world's hungriest man once again. Okay, full disclosure time, this is more than just an eating challenge. I've been doing food challenges for over a decade now, and until recently, losing
Bro, I
one
think
was
Eric might
almost
retire.
explosive for me. I failed the final challenge of my last video, which cost me the title people have always associated me with, the world's hungriest man. That title mattered because it represented a standard I held myself to, and once I failed to meet that standard, the question wasn't the title, it was whether I deserved it or not in the first place.
Wow.
Then I woke up one morning and read this.
Saw you lost your title. Hope you're not past your prime, Unk.
I'm not sure if it was the unk at the very end of that, but more than ever lately, I've had this deep fear of losing parts of myself as I get older. So I found myself asking one question.
Well, he is past his prime.
For a long time, I noticed a pattern with myself. Whenever I didn't immediately have an answer for something, I'd stop sitting with it and reach for the fastest one instead.
Hey Nova, what would it take to become the world's hungriest man? Again.
She didn't give me advice, she gave me a test. A 14-day eating boot camp. The longest challenge I've ever attempted.
14
2
day.
calibration days, 5 different modules, each lasting 48 hours, and something she called I wouldn't know what any of it meant until it was already
I want to do that.
All I knew was that if I finished the challenge with a 75%
That shit gotta be
completion rate or
expensive,
higher,
though.
I'd get my title back for good. But if I dipped below that, my title would be lost forever. I had no idea how far this would go. But what I did know is that I was willing to do whatever it took to get my title back.
3, 2, 1.
As I expected, the first egg roll lit up my taste buds like a Christmas tree.
Egg
After only
rolls.
1 minute, I
What
was
is
already
an egg
almost
roll
halfway
made
through
out
the
of?
eggs. I
Like, what's the
surprised
ingredients?
myself by finishing these egg rolls way faster than I thought. And for the first
know
time
some
since losing my
eggs gotta
title,
be
it
in
felt
there.
like I actually might be back.
But what's the, is that a tortilla?
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Guess what my final time was?
I'm gonna say you crushed it in 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Close. It was 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yo,
You're
how
on your
fucking
way to
guess
your
almost?
title, but we've got 14 days to seal the deal.
Everyone, day 3 has officially come to an end, and I want to tell you all something very important. Today I hit 5 million subscribers. I honestly can't believe
Yeah.
it. 12 years ago,
I've
I
been
started this
subbed up.
channel, and it's
Been
where it is
subbed.
today. And
Just
it's
not on
all
this
for you
account.
guys. So thank
It's
you
my
all
other
so
account.
much for subscribing.
Been subbed up,
Guess
bro.
what? I hit 5 million subscribers on my channel today.
Congratulations. I think we might just have to celebrate with something a little extra
Sweet.
tomorrow, don't you think?
Well, I don't know what that was about.
It's an ice
But
cream.
anyways, next there's one executive decision that I need to make. The calendar is looking good, but there's
Yo,
one
how
last
you
thing
do
I
that?
need to do. Much better, right? I don't know. I just felt like the small checks were just like not
as epic as like having a bigger check mark.
I woke up the next morning kind of nervous about what was up.
We got
next. The extra
dogs?
chaos my dogs brought me was a perfect warm up for what Nova was about to put in front of me.
I want dogs.
You finish each meal, let me know, and then I'll tell you what's next. Now your first meal is quite the challenge. 50 hard-boiled eggs in 10 minutes. Hope you're ready.
How many eggs?
Today's
Did they say
a little
50?
crazy.
This is gonna suck. At least I'm getting my protein in.
How many eggs is that?
As soon as I got into this meal,
3, 2, 1.
I knew exactly how the next 10 minutes were gonna go. I'm probably never gonna look at hard-boiled eggs the same after this.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Like, I'm pretty sure water
What was-
shouldn't be shooting out of a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, what the fuck
Note to
was
self, when
that?
buying prepackaged hard-boiled eggs, don't buy the last ones on the shelf. After the first few minutes, let's just say I wasn't exactly in the mood to finish this.
I'm in a world of sulfuric agony right now. Oh, these like eggs are exploding like bombs.
But even though watery eggs weren't quite the breakfast I'd envisioned, I had to think of something fast so I could actually finish this meal in time. But unfortunately, not even the best tasting hot sauce was going to save me at this point.
Bro, did you put that shit on a paper
And
towel?
unfortunately for me, I failed my first
You literally just gonna soak through the thing.
Alright, well, the 10
I'm
minutes
mad.
is up. That was absolutely...
That's not a, that can't be a paper
Alright,
towel,
so
but
you didn't
anyway.
finish the eggs in time, which means the next challenge is going to get harder. Next up, you've got 100 Oreos, and because you failed the last challenge with the eggs,
I can do
you only have
100
6 minutes to finish
Oreos.
them.
100 Oreos in 6 minutes is going to be impossible.
Or at least that's what I thought.
Nah, it's not that
Because when
hard,
I got
bro.
home and realized I forgot to put the eggs away, I saw something in the back of
Some
the fridge
milk.
that gave me an idea.
You
An
can
idea
make them
that if I could pull
soggy.
off would lead to a very sweet victory.
Hey, you gotta cheat, bro.
Gotta get my calcium in somehow, right?
Making it like
In theory, this all
Cereal.
perfect. Unfortunately, the only thing I didn't think about though was the cleanup process.
you gotta drink all that milk
This is
too,
awesome. Oh wow.
because you don't eat, you don't drink milk, you gonna get all the cookies. So you gotta get all the
Even though my
cookies.
face told a different story.
4 minutes in.
As I finished off the Oreos and
That
got
looks
together,
good,
I was
bro.
starting to think I'd actually figured this challenge out.
516. Bam! Woo! Wow. I
You got,
cannot
bro. You
believe how
didn't. He didn't eat all the Oreos, bro.
horrible- But I did. Alright, Nova, so I actually just finished the 100 Oreos in 6 minutes. Is that impressive?
That's definitely impressive, but let's not get too comfortable.
Yo, he
because
getting
the next
off with a
challenge is
AI.
gonna remind you who's really in charge here.
Well, what's the next meal?
What does that mean?
Alright, Nova.
She
I'm
making him
sitting
eat
in
some
front of the
glizzies.
right now. You gave me 12 minutes for this.
You've got 40 hot dogs in 12 minutes.
40
Let's see how
hot
much that
dogs in
confidence
12
rates up for
minutes?
this one.
I hate hot dogs, dude. Is there
Nah,
any
hot
way
dogs.
maybe
Like, I can
extend
eat a
the
couple
time
hot dogs, but them
to,
bitches
like,
start to taste like
maybe like
too much
20
I
minutes?
said, I don't even know what a hot dog is. We like, hot dog, this shit start making you think about shit. It start making you burp. And just, your breath start to smell like
is feeling
wet dog and shit.
now taxes.
The gauntlet.
Oh.
A bunch of
Ladies and gentlemen,
dead
it's a bad day to be a glizzy.
licks.
3, 2, 1.
You gotta put some
This was the
ketchup.
first challenge that I legitimately thought would be a problem to finish.
Bro, I
try
want-
not to do
why
it
you
often
can't
because
eat-
honestly it's gross. But dunking the buns
Yeah,
in
I was
water
gonna say,
was the
yeah,
only
dunk it.
realistic way I was going to be able to get these glizzies down. Or so I hoped.
Thanks to immature joke.
As I kept going, I started separating the meat from
you
the
know,
buns
dick.
and dunking as much as possible.
1/3 way down. This is terrible. Oh my goodness gracious.
But for every glizzy I ate, another seemed to take its place. After a few more minutes, I was
That
doing
shit
my
gotta
best
be
to keep
nasty,
pace,
bro.
But that was unfortunately getting more and more challenging by the second.
I feel like I've been slapped by a
You only got 12 minutes to
As
eat
the 12-minute
40
mark
hot
came
dogs.
closer and closer, I knew what my fate was starting to look like.
I'm so sorry you all had to witness this.
But
that's
unfortunately,
like
Nova had another trick up her sleeve.
40
Well,
buns
crap.
too.
I didn't finish the hot dogs. Is that it?
Oh, we're not finished yet. Your final meal is everything you failed to finish today, along with that special surprise I mentioned for your 5 million subscribers. Head to the store, and I'll guide you to what's waiting.
Obviously, I was
Bro,
very excited about
this-
Nova's little
this gotta be
surprise.
Alright,
healthy, bro.
Where do I go now?
Perfect timing. Head straight to the bakery section.
Head where?
To the bakery section, my friend. That's where your little celebratory treat is waiting for you.
I'm not quite at the bakery yet. Can you give me
Bro,
an
Eric's
example
starting
of
to
what it
look
could be?
old, bro.
Alright, hint time.
I see him recently, but bro, it's so he got so much buffer.
It's sweet, spiced, and has that
What Nova picked for my celebration felt less like a reward and more like a setup. Because
Ooh,
carrot
carrot
cake is one of the worst
cake.
things mankind has ever created. And I think Nova knew
You don't
that
like?
too,
Oh yeah,
because
he
my
don't
last
like carrot
challenge,
cake.
I
He don't
had
like carrot cake. What
at
else he
the
don't
time,
like?
it was
He
the
don't.
second most
I don't
viable
feel like
idea of the
pickles.
year. I'm not even going to talk about number one.
I
Needless
love
to
carrot
say,
cake, bro. That
I
shit
was getting
good.
kind of worried.
You gotta eat a whole carrot cake in 67 minutes.
What a way to celebrate.
Wait.
The hot dogs definitely
Boy, trying to make it mean, bro.
here. So I started with them to rebuild some confidence, which quickly went the other direction. After finishing off another glizzy, I knew I had to get to the thing I was dreading.
Right, you don't have to put peanut butter on your carrot cake, bro.
It's been like 3 months. I totally haven't had nightmares about carrot cake. It's not bad.
So all the carrot cake lovers out there, I honestly don't know how you do it.
It's not bad. It's actually good.
I don't want to swallow it. I really don't want
But
to
just
swallow
eat it. Swallow
every
it.
ounce
Swallow.
of
Swallow.
juice.
Swallow.
With a little over an hour left, I was running out of options quick.
There's only one way it's going down.
Blender.
That's step 1. Step 2. Put some
Milk.
low-calorie almond milk in. And because, you know, we need to actually have some deliciousness in this, put some hydraulic
Peanut butter.
on top, just like so. Now we find out together if this actually works.
For the most part,
Should
I
add
like to
some
think
ice
of
cream.
myself as a competent chef. This wasn't one of those times.
What? You don't want to drink it?
Can't put that in my body.
Bro, you have to.
I've created a lot of questionable things in the kitchen in my life, but this,
But that shit don't look that bad. I'll eat it. I'll drink that shit. Is this cake?
was just a bit too
what else is in
texturally
there?
challenging for my
Peanut
taste.
butter? Cake and peanut butter, right?
I'm gonna take the L.
And milk.
In a shocking twist of events, I have received my first loss.
75!
Bold call.
Yo,
But now the stakes are
he's
higher than
selling.
ever, so tomorrow you'll have to bring everything you've got if you want to keep from tipping over. So get ready to let go a little more.
I had no idea what Nova meant by that, but what I did know is that another loss would mean that this challenge would be over. And unfortunately for me, Nova was about to set me up with something completely unexpected.
Made it to day 5, everyone. I have no idea what Nova has in store for me today. But before I talk to Nova, it's time for automation number 2.
Let's just say tomorrow's automation task might have you delegating something you've never handed over before.
Cleaning. As you guys can imagine, when it comes to food challenges, it's kind of a messy job.
Man, I don't know what's going on with my face.
Anyways, the next module was going to require me to think a little bit more outside the box.
Today kicks off the endurance module. Your challenge is to consume 2,000 calories every 2 hours, all the way until midnight.
Eating frequently during the day is something I intentionally
2K
stay away from
every
during
hour?
food challenges. Mainly because the longer food sits in my stomach, the fuller I get, physically and mentally. So that's when I decided to make a decision. To not eat at all. Yep, I did laundry, Atlas got his scratches, I stopped by the bank, I even went to the gym to burn off some calories, which included some terribly performed push-ups, along with a much needed sauna session to sweat off all the hot dogs I'd eaten yesterday. Now, if you're wondering why I wasn't eating yet, it's because Nova never actually gave me a start time. So from the way I saw it, that could be whenever I wanted.
I realized I outsmarted Nova today. I could just have one meal at 10 p.m. tonight of 2,000 calories and call it a day. But you know what? I am not going to do that. All right, it's 7 p.m. Let's get this party started.
The other thing Nova didn't give me was a food list,
I'm pretty sure I got some paper, but that is still amazing.
which in my eyes was also another win.
Eat whatever you want.
Because
You
I
gotta
could
be
fill my
2K
calories with
calories.
some of my favorite fast food items, which after the day I had yesterday was much needed.
Fries are done. That, my friends and family, was tasty.
Speaking of favorites, I was off to the grocery store for the next meal. With plenty of time left to spare, I made my way through the aisles to see what I wanted to eat next. Pistachios looked good, but
Bro, this nigga really wearing a donut
and
shirt.
this was definitely not what I wanted in the moment.
Colossal
I
carrot
headed over
cake.
to the frozen section and saw something that looked really tasty. After doubling back to grab it, I headed home to get ready for the next time block, which I was a tad bit excited for. Hurry up and be 9 o'clock already.
Bro, look at
Jeez.
this.
Fettuccine Alfredo is one of my favorite meals of all time, so 9 o'clock
What is that?
comes soon enough. Just as I expected, the first few bites were magical. So much so that I almost forgot what was on my face.
You guys have made it up in this one video.
I forgot what it's called, but it's good though.
That cannot happen.
That,
If you made it up in this
that
one
meat
video,
and
comment
sauce.
a pasta emoji down below.
Yeah, pasta.
I'm so sad that's
But I forgot what it's really
I never
called.
thought I'd say in this challenge.
delicious. Dang, I ate that in 6 minutes. Jeez.
After housing all that food, I felt like doing something productive, so I did some reading before the next meal.
Oh my sweet goodness.
And what I did next was purely for accuracy purposes.
Nova, how many calories are in a 13-ounce pecan bun?
For something that large, it's often ballpark around 1,500 to
3K.
1,800 calories.
Good thing I came prepared. Put that off to the side over there.
Oh, they look
Stay accurate here.
good.
While I waited patiently for 11 p.m. to hit, I couldn't help but be proud of myself for keeping an extra cinnamon roll on hand during a dire situation like this one. Considering what I
Wow.
put into my body 24 hours before this, both my stomach and I were very happy.
I think these were supposed to be eaten individually. Whoops.
But while I was able to outsmart Nova today, tomorrow wasn't going to be so easy. That was tasty. Secured day 5 with the win, which puts my completion rate up to 80%.
Hey, bro, you gotta get to 90,
Big
bro.
round of applause from me. Yes, 80%
You already failed
completion
one
rate.
day, bro.
I gotta tell my boss over here about my job performance. I was able to eat 2,000 calories every 2 hours.
Good job. Day 5 is complete.
How would you make the AI do that?
Exact same thing. Starting bright and early at 9 a.m. Hope you're ready, because it's gonna get absolutely wild.
Oh, shh.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
All right, everybody, here's the game plan. I have 8 meals to eat today. Now, for you guys, it's probably not a big deal. But for me, this is a big deal because I usually space my calories out and have bigger meals during the day. But today, that's going to change. Now, Nova didn't give me a food list. All I know is that I have to eat 2,000 calories every 2 hours until midnight. That means the most important thing for me to do today is to choose foods that are easily digestible, smooth, and are going to go down easy, and are basically not going to be causing me any sort of gastrointestinal distress.
Chicken, beef, eggs.
Now my stomach is feeling nice and refreshed after yesterday, but the day starts in
Fruits.
exactly 37 minutes. And if I can't close out
Wait,
today with
I don't
a
know
win,
about fruit.
the
You
entire
gotta get
challenge is
October.
over. So I better get the day started.
Dates.
And I'm really sorry because this Roomba is very loud.
After immediately looking through my pantry for a good breakfast, I found just what I was looking
Ooh,
for.
Reese's Puffs.
Deep down inside, I knew today was going to be the
Bro,
most difficult
fuck,
day
I
so
want some
far.
Reese's Puffs with M&M's. Oh my
How
gosh.
quickly this
You
went
doing
down
shit I
today
wish I
was
would have
off to
did.
a
I
pretty
was
sweet
kid.
After searching my pantry and freezer for the next few items, I felt an annoying bump against my foot, which just turned out to be my Roomba.
Bagel bite.
There's nothing like a bagel bite. Or 40. Meal 2.
Bro, I wish I had a good stomach, bro.
As I headed out for the next meal, my Tesla took me down this super narrow road near me. Honestly, I felt too sketched to
That
keep
shit
using
looks
it, so I turned
scary.
it off. And a few minutes later, I found myself at the next
I would have had to be
stop.
driving 5 miles an hour, bro.
Game time. I dove headfirst into this chicken like it was a responsibility, not a meal. And it was gone in what felt like seconds.
That was tasty.
After the salty box of chicken fingers, I decided to pay a local donut place a visit. Donut 1 was delicious.
Ooh.
Donut 2 was delightful. By the time I reached Donut 3, I was locked in. But as I finished, it dawned on me that the calorie count for these donuts wasn't publicly available. So after the next one, I asked Nova to confirm the amount, not realizing what she was going to do next.
Meal 4 complete. How many calories are in 7 donuts that are about as big as my head?
Probably around 2,500. Now
Hey.
the game changes. You're stepping it up to 3,000 every 2 hours.
3K?
Let's see how long you last.
I really need to stop asking questions.
As I headed out for the next meal, full self-driving was
Yeah,
getting
bro.
more sketchy.
Let's drive right there. Also a pedestrian walking right here. Are you gonna stop? No, you're gonna go. Okay. That's cool. These sounded like a good idea 15 minutes ago.
That was a lot of
not really
tacos.
anymore.
Sometimes I just like to feel something a little extra.
Right.
Which is why I put hot sauce on whatever I'm eating, even though I hate spicy food.
I'm terrible with spicy food, but who knows? It won't be that spicy. Oh my god. Not bad.
And then the whole feeling something phase goes away, and I come back to reality.
Open glove box. I had to bring some WOW sauce to the party.
The WOW sauce did its job.
Bro, I got WOW sauce in the glove box.
Well, at least at first it did. It was at this point that I realized this was more than just an eating challenge. I was in the ultimate test of endurance.
The good news is I'm almost through my tacos.
You gotta keep going, bro.
I feel like I just got run over by a truck.
And it was going to be up to me to prove to myself if my prime really wasn't behind me.
Tacos are complete.
For real.
Is this meal 5? I don't even know what meal it is today.
Ain't no way you gonna get
At
off.
this point, I was
Fuck
operating on
no.
Pepto-Bismol and bad decisions.
Why is he chugging Pepto?
Now makes me want to throw.
Bro, y'all don't even know, bro. I literally had Pepto-Bismol when I was in school, and that shit turned my poop black. Constipated. Black shit. Terrible. Stinky. Hard to get out. Fucking poop. It was god awful.
I knew the only
Hate
way I was going to be able to
Pepto-Bismol.
make it through the rest of the day was by choosing the right kinds of foods.
Top priority right now is to get things that I do not have to chew. I can just ingest like a savage.
After finding what I thought I needed, I headed home to start the next meal.
The pie itself is 2,970 calories. So I figured, you know what?
What type of pie is
Just
that?
make it an even 3,000.
At this point, the word exhausted would be an understatement. Oh, and the pie? Let's just say it tasted better than it looked.
This is easily the best looking pie I've ever eaten in my life.
At this point, it was clear that my lack of experience with eating so frequently during the day
I'm so tired.
was starting to get the better of me.
Meal 6 is complete. Hey Nova, what's the max capacity of the human stomach?
Meal 7 was 2 full racks of baby back ribs, which seemed tender and easy to eat 4 hours ago.
Oh, you guys aren't slowing down big time.
Honestly, at this point, I was just a mess in general.
I mean, really, like, who cares at this point?
Bro, you better eat all them
The
bitches,
fullness
bro.
was one thing, but since this was the most meals I'd ever put down in an eating challenge before, I was experiencing a type of fatigue unlike anything I'd ever felt.
You don't have a food
Meal
coma.
7 is complete. Never mind. I think I found it. When Nova said
Peanut
endurance,
butter.
I didn't think it'd be the emotional kind.
No shot.
Peanut butter is my favorite food on earth, and I decided
Like, how
to save
many-
it for last
4
to give my taste
tablespoons
buds a
is
boost,
3,000
which
calories?
wasn't working like I'd hoped. And unfortunately, after a few minute break,
You know, I think he'll eat the whole thing.
I realized I barely scratched the surface of the jar.
Definitely made the wrong food choices today.
I paced around for a bit, hoping I was going to figure out just how I was going to be able to do this.
I could drink regular soda, but I'm not only by diet.
When I went back for round 2, the peanut butter actually felt like glue in my mouth. I managed to make it 80% of the way through the jar, and with midnight only 36 minutes away, the pressure was on. After pondering my own existence for the next 10 plus minutes, I came to a reasonable conclusion.
This is without a doubt the most difficult module out of the entire challenge.
But I was able to power through and polish off the rest of the jar. And to my own complete shock and surprise, I finished off the last 3 tablespoons as well.
I don't know if I finished the peanut butter or if it's finished me.
Good job making it through day 6. Tomorrow, let's just say you'll need to dig even deeper. Oh, and
Bro,
Eric,
there's still some peanut butter in
think of
there.
today as just one more step toward the gauntlet. You'll thank me later.
Bro,
Or
you
not.
need to get a rest, bro.
Well, that was absolutely terrible.
I'm surprised he didn't go
Only
to
had
the
an
hospital with this
83%
shit.
completion rate for this entire challenge. Tomorrow, we'll be officially halfway through this entire challenge. But if I fail tomorrow, I will drop down below 75%. So I gotta make sure I keep ending these days with a W. I have no idea what's coming tomorrow, but I do know I need to get some sleep.
A lot of sleep.
Day 7. I am exhausted right now. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. But on the plus side, actually, I don't really think there is a plus side right now. I actually just, I can't really see a plus side, so.
My capacity, speed, and endurance had all been tested so far. But what was up next
All right, no, but what is on the meal plan today?
was a skill that historically has never gone well for me.
Today is the start of the spicy module. Meal 1, a jalapeno breakfast burrito with a side of flamin' hot Cheetos. Consider it a friendly greeting before things get much hotter.
I didn't really know what Nova meant by
That's not that much
jalapeno
food,
burritos,
though.
so I just DoorDashed a breakfast burrito with jalapenos in it. Oh yeah, and I also do keep a bag of Cheetos around for situations like this.
That's a big ass bag,
I'm
though.
even
That's a
worse
big
at eating
burrito,
spicy
too,
food
huh?
than I am at eating fast, so I was pretty relieved after the first item.
That was barely even spicy, so I'm actually doing pretty good.
Oh man, this is so bad.
Anyways, I moved on to the flaming hot Cheetos next. Just to make sure no heat crept up on me, I downed some almond milk, which I quickly remembered did absolutely nothing.
I always do this.
Shows how much of a true rookie I am with spiciness. I finished the Cheetos anyways.
That actually wasn't that bad.
Now, it's time for you to conquer 3 spicy chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, each drenched in extra hot sauce.
Believe it or not, music really
That
helps
shit
me
look
lock
good,
in
though.
during long challenges.
That shit, it's probably not even
So,
hot,
of
though.
course, Nova decided to take that.
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches.
And for the rest
Last
of
time
the
I had it wasn't
challenge,
really
all of
that
your
hot.
music choices will be automated.
Playing music?
So from this point moving forward, my music choices will be automated. And so far, I don't hate it, honestly. I'm never doing that ever again.
Chicken sandwiches are required.
Having to add hot sauce to these spicy chicken sandwiches was a bit concerning. But fortunately for me,
Definitely got a kick.
I came prepared with some relief.
Okay, now I'm starting to feel it. Open glove box. Nova didn't say I can't have any wow sauce with these chicken sandwiches, alright?
But Nova was about to make things even more challenging.
3 chicken sandwiches are down. I'm still here, which is good news.
Meal 3 awaits. You're heading to Carl's Jr. for a large order of jalapeno poppers. No condiments, of course.
At this point, it felt like I consumed more Pepto-Bismol than any other beverage in this challenge so far. But I was about to find out shortly that that was going to have to change.
Our stomach is not doing very well. Just so you all know, I have not chugged the whole bottle. Is drinking a bottle of Pepto-Bismol in a day too much?
Definitely on the excessive side, and you could run into some side effects.
And after finishing the poppers, things were about to get even crazier.
I hate to even ask this, but what's next?
Head over to a local Thai restaurant and ask for the spiciest curry they've got. Make sure you ask for it at level 10 with extra spice. And here's the kicker. You gotta finish it. No milk, no condiments, no digestive aids allowed.
I was about as excited for this as I should have been. But I gathered my strength and went anyways. I just want to order the hottest curry you have. Like level 10. Pray for my soul.
It smells like pain in here.
Going into
I ain't
this,
never had curry
I
before.
needed to have a solid strategy. To me, there was
I know
only
it's
one
hot,
realistic
though.
way I was going to be able to get this down.
Gotta go in and just like eat it as fast as possible.
And even though the first few bites were rough, I knew the longer I sat there and ate, the harder this would get. And after only a few minutes, most of the curry was done.
My lips are numb.
I may have survived this curry,
I
but
need
Nova
some chips. I'll be right back.
was about to make this challenge even worse.
I'm back. Back like
I
a
don't think my
undercut.
internal organs are on speaking terms right now.
I've made it, everybody. I've made it through 7 days officially with one loss. And honestly, everybody, I feel horrible right now. It is wild how unfit I am at eating spicy food. I'm also very unfit at preparing for things in advance because I just realized that my day 7 doesn't have a check mark on it. As I was saying, all I can do is try my hardest tomorrow because I have a feeling it's going to get even worse. That seems to be the theme with Nova. I'm going to go to sleep now.
My mouth is still on fire.
Meal 1 is going to ignite your morning. You'll be indulging in every ghost pepper item from the Hot Ones Club at Popeyes. And just like yesterday, I'm banning all digestive aids and milk.
Just curious if you have an idea for this. Things have been getting really messy in my car. Do you have any ideas on like how I can, I guess,
Bro, trying to
like be a little bit more
get ideas and shit.
clean?
I think I'm actually just gonna drive in silence today.
Yesterday taught me just how much I had been relying on Pepto-Bismol. Now surviving an entire day without it seemed impossible.
Target acquired.
I also learned that when I say the word perfect, I'm actually extremely uncomfortable.
Hi, I'm gonna do the full Popeyes Hot Ones menu. Are the wings pretty hot?
They are.
Perfect.
Not spicy at all.
These were barely even mild, so I was doing pretty good.
Now this is the smokin' rojo sandwich. That sauce is looking extra punchy.
And the sandwich ended up not being too spicy either.
It's actually not bad.
Well, at first.
Never mind. It's kind of a lingering spice.
And unfortunately for me, the spiciest menu item was up next. These wings felt intentionally hostile.
It's on my lips.
And it was only getting worse.
Supposed to be 6 in here. She gave me 8.
The heat and spice together were both doing terrible things to my stomach and my mouth.
Huh.
So much so that I had to pull this one out of my mouth because it was so heat hot. I was able to power through this one.
Like who actually eats things like this willingly?
But for what was up next, I was gonna need to get creative.
All the wings have been eaten. Oh my goodness, I need a wet nap. All right, Nova, I hate to even ask this, but where should I go next?
Head over to Mike's Red Taco, where you'll find the spiciest tacos in the city. Ask for the orange sauce on all of them, finish 6, and let's see if you survive to the next round.
Without the help of digestive aids, I looked for anything I could use to cool my mouth off. I landed on Winter Fresh Gum. As I walked in to pick up the food, I caught a glimpse of the hot sauce that I had just requested to be doused on my tacos, so naturally, I wasn't very excited.
Some people chase happiness. I chase gastrointestinal stability.
The first taco was even worse than I imagined.
Yep, they weren't lying. That sauce is spicy AF.
But I came prepared today with something I hoped was going to work.
Hey, at least this bib is coming handy.
And if it didn't, there was no way I was going to be able to make it to the end of the day.
This may make no sense, but I'm trying to outsmart Nova here. I'm going, what are you doing, Eric? Why do you got bread? My line of thinking is, hey, you know what? If I can cover the surface area of this taco, the bread will absorb the spice.
Since bread technically isn't a digestive aid, it wasn't breaking the rules either. And sure enough, my plan was already starting to work.
There we go.
While the bread most definitely saved the day here,
this is the most genius idea I've ever come up with. And I've come up with a lot of genius ideas, everybody.
I was going to need to come up with something else if I was going to survive what was up next.
Our tacos have been completed. Man, I don't know what's going on with my face, but we're doing okay.
Now it's time for the real fun. Head to Wingstop and order 16 of their atomic wings. Let's see how you handle that heat.
If suffering had a flavor, it would be this.
I had the unfortunate task of eating these wings a year and a half ago. Even with ranch and milk, it scarred me.
Oh, that is so spicy. I feel like I'm breathing straight fire.
Now with no condiments or relief, and the bones ruining the bread wrap strategy, this felt impossible. Until I finished my first wing.
I thought these would be a lot spicier.
But shortly after that, I found myself in an entirely different state.
Okay, never mind. I take back everything I just said. Oh.
At this point, drinking water was like trying to put out a forest fire with a squirt gun. And I resorted to stuffing slices of bread down in between wings as a buffer. But these wings were only getting worse by the second, and I had no idea how much more of this I could take.
Oh man, this is so bad. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 wings left. Unfortunately, I didn't make it through the wings.
Let's turn up the heat one last time. Go find those spicy fire noodles and make sure you finish every last bite. Let's see if you can handle that.
It was starting to seem like Nova actually did some research before this, because the first spicy challenge I ever did on YouTube was a fire noodle challenge, and it didn't end very well. I walked into the store thinking if they didn't have the noodles, maybe Nova would give me a different meal instead. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Good news, guys. They have it. Bad news. They have it.
Someone save me.
If you've never had fire noodles before, the fire is all within these concentrated sauce packs, which, because of the challenge, I had to include all of in this meal. After clearing my sinuses, I couldn't have been more excited for what I was about to subject myself to.
Nothing says dinner like edible lava.
Believe it or not, the texture of the noodles was solid enough that I was able to cut it like a pizza.
What?
Which helped at first.
I cut noodle pizza.
At this point, I legitimately felt like the inside of my body was on fire.
I'm starting not to be able to feel my face.
But after a few more bites, I began to realize the real battle here wasn't the noodles.
Oh man, I just can't even look at them. Dude, who eats this? I mean, look at the sauce, bro. Look at the sauce.
I was about as excited to eat these wings as I am to read terms and conditions.
Oh my god.
I knew that if I could just make it through the wings, I'd have a chance at victory here. But for that to happen, I was going to need to think of something quickly.
Oh, dude, I don't have any more bread.
After a few more minutes, I made another attempt at the wings, but every ounce of me was fighting back.
I cannot feel my face anymore.
My only hope at this point was ice and taking some time away to give my insides a break. I came back a half hour later with only one thing on my mind.
My goal is just to make it through these wings.
At this point, I knew finishing these atomic wings had to be my top priority. And while I was able to do that,
oh my god. Every bite feels like a new mistake.
I was going to need to do a lot more locking in.
The wings are done. I feel like this wasn't a meal, it was an exorcism.
At this point, my entire face felt hotter than the surface of the sun, and the damage had been done.
I can't do this. 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 My heart rate is like 187,000 beats per minute right now.
As time crossed over 11 p.m. and I sat back down again, I started to think less about the food and more about why I was here. This wasn't
making me hungry, bro.
It was about proving I could still get through something this uncomfortable, but my body was fighting back.
He's getting haunted by the word.
I'm gonna take the L.
Despite how badly I wanted to give up,
prove so.
I knew there was an answer somewhere. And sure enough, I found it.
Everyone, I may not have bread. You know what? I got some tortillas.
The tortillas helped cover the surface area of the noodles, lowering the perceived spiciness, giving me the exact switch-up I so desperately needed. Well, at least for the most part.
I'm sweating in places I didn't know I could even sweat it. I know a few things. Number 1, I finished the noodles. And number 2, I hate you.
Ah, you've survived today. But don't get too comfortable. The gauntlet's still waiting, and this was just a warm-up.
I hope you all can understand genuinely when I say that I hope I never ever have to do something like that ever again.
Everybody have made it past day 8, and we are now on the final tier. I have no idea what's coming up next tomorrow, but since today was the end of the spicy module, I know tomorrow I'm going to be getting a new automation. Anyways, I'm going to go to sleep.
Thankfully, by the next morning, my body had finally cooled down. And unfortunately, it was about to get a lot cooler.
All right, Nova, what's on the agenda today?
Now we're entering the temperature tolerance module. For meal 1, you have to eat an entire bag of frozen bananas, 4 drumstick ice cream desserts, and an entire frozen chocolate pie. Good luck, because this might challenge you more than
Frozen
spicy
bananas.
The temperature of this breakfast is about as low as
Hell
the
no.
automation is right now.
What's my next automation?
I'm automating your caffeine now. Put your coffee maker on a smart plug, and I'll control when it brews.
I've never said this before, but caffeine is the one thing that keeps me going during long challenges like this. I also had no idea what a smart plug was, but I bought one anyway because Nova said to. After that, it was finally time to start meal number 1.
Time to get chili.
After the day I had yesterday,
That was amazing.
these drumsticks tasted less like desserts and more like recovery.
Man, those were some cool drumsticks. Not as cool as this shirt is, though.
All new merch now available, link in bio. Anyways, after my merch plug, I got back to the bananas,
Okay.
which were about to hit a new part of my body,
Wow, my teeth hurt.
which fortunately I was able to power through using some hot water.
Wow.
Oh, and this pie was really good. I think I liked it a little too much. Unfortunately for me though, Nova was about to take away another lifeline.
Next, you've got 3 large frappuccinos and 2 orders of cold potato salad. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, you can't consume any hot beverages with the rest of the meals today.
Hot beverages are the only things that get me through low temperature foods, so I was gonna need to improvise here.
It's safe to say that today is gonna get a little harder, and I'm gonna be getting a lot chillier. So I probably should take some precautionary measures. Gotta stay warm somehow.
It's not as bad as yesterday.
After grabbing the potato salads at the store and a Starbucks run, it was time for an even stranger meal.
This combo is downright diabolical.
Just as I expected, the first Frappuccino tasted incredible. As for the weirdly placed potato salads,
Cheers.
they were surprisingly pretty good until the coldness hit me.
Got a little break. What's going on?
And it was only getting worse by the second.
Oh man, my teeth. I feel like I'm one bite away from a future dentist appointment.
After making it through another Frappuccino, I was able to finish off the last potato salad, but unfortunately the temperature was about to drop even more.
Oh, this is a new form of pain. Frappuccinos, potato salad.
Bro, ew, fucking hate
A
potato
frozen bag
salad.
of strawberries, a frozen bag of blueberries.
Well, I don't hate
frozen
potato
raspberries.
salad. I hate
Good thing
coleslaw.
I'm getting my vitamins in.
Potato
I
salad
last paid the price
is
yesterday,
mid.
but today it was going to be my teeth.
I don't prefer it though.
Each mouthful I took felt like I was chewing on straight icicles.
Nah, bro.
After
Yeah, like
finishing
why
the
you
bag of
eating like
blueberries,
that, bro? You supposed to
I had to
like
think of something fast.
ball them out with some water
Turn
or
on
something
heat.
or some juice.
Oh yes. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Next were the
Bro, you don't
strawberries.
get
Then I
fucking
basically started
teeth
using my
aches.
heater as a makeshift microwave. But little did I know the real relief
I feel like I'm one step closer to hypothermia.
was just a few seconds away.
Turn on seat warmer. Why did I just do that now? Oh baby. Oh. Whoa! Oh my goodness!
You got seat warmers?
Oh, where has this
You
been?
moaning?
Where has this been?
Cookie.
I feel like I just transcended. I don't know what could be better than this.
I was able to get through the last item, but I still felt like a human popsicle. So I warmed back up with some cardio at the gym, more horribly performed push-ups, and then some more cardio.
Good news, I can finally feel my face again.
I call this the chicken wing. I can't believe I just did that on camera.
Alright, you guys, so I realized I kind of messed up after the last meal. I forgot to ask Nova what was up next. I'm gonna go charge my Tesla, and while it's charging, I'm gonna ask Nova what's up next.
The good news is that the next challenge was my last one of the day. The bad news, however, was that this challenge was on the clock.
Since frozen foods lose core temperature around the 15-minute mark, and you did well in the speed module, I'm issuing a challenge. Finish 8 pints of Ben & Jerry's in under 15 minutes. Do it, and you'll successfully finish the day. Fail, and today is a loss. Good luck. You're definitely gonna need it.
Even though this challenge was going to be tough, I still had a good feeling about it. That is, until I came face to face with all the ice cream. Buying that much ice cream definitely got me some stares in the grocery store. Anyways, after getting home, I saw that my smart plug had shown up. Honestly, I wasn't too sure about this, but since it was a part of the process, I decided to set it up. Unplugging my coffee maker and plugging it into the smart plug seemed pretty simple, but naturally, I wasn't feeling too optimistic.
I have a feeling that I'm gonna regret this. A lot.
15 short minutes to take down 8 of these.
I decided to go for the flavor I'd never had before, the fudgy flan.
3,
Ooh,
2,
what
1.
flavor is
The
that?
first few bites were fudging. Actually, I already used that line.
Very good.
Ooh,
Well, I want some
Then
ice
the brain
cream,
freeze.
bro.
Apparently all the cold from today had slowed my brain function.
first pint is down. That was a 9 out of 10.
Because I forgot to unwrap all the pints before hitting start on the timer.
Bro,
Which was only
forgot.
going to slow me down even more during this challenge.
Pumpkin cheesecake's down.
But with 6 pints left, I was still on track. And as long as I could keep my pace,
Dude,
I'd
it's
get the
hungry.
Give me some more. Give me some more sanity.
With brain
hungry
freeze
as
hitting
hell.
harder than ever, I got through pint number 4.
Fourth pint is down. 8 minutes in.
Eating fast was never a strength of mine before this 14-day challenge. But as I opened up pint number 5, I couldn't help but feel like the work I put in was finally paying off. Until the brain
You're
freeze got
crushing
worse.
it.
But with time running out, the only thing I could do was keep moving.
Oh, my soul hurts so much right now.
Not, is he gonna make it?
Pint number's done.
It unfortunately just wasn't enough.
He almost got it.
And we're at 15 minutes. With about 1 1/4 pints left. Failed to finish this meal, which means today is a...
2 things. I'm a tad bit chilly right now. Oh, just in case you're wondering, I decided to actually put my completion percentage right above my head. The loss put me at 77%, which is really unfortunate. But either way, tomorrow is day 10, and we're at double digits, which means I'm one step closer to completing this challenge and getting my title back. I have a feeling tomorrow's going to get even crazier, and I'm going to get a lot colder, so I should probably go to sleep. Good night.
I'm having a lot of fun with those clap transitions for some reason. So now that my completion percentage is down to 77%, I cannot fail today. The good news is
I do that
slept a lot better
clap
last night.
transition.
My main goal right now is to make it through the next 3 days by any means necessary, because the last 2 days are the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, it's time to see if that smart plug actually works. So far, we're not off to a very good start. After waiting for what felt like an eternity, the coffee maker was seemingly not going to turn on this morning. And as part of my automation rule, I wasn't allowed to make my own, which I thought was soul crushing. Great. Nova shut down the only thing I was counting on this morning. And then I heard something even more soul crushing.
Today's gonna be more meals than yesterday, so get ready for it. Meal 1, 12 ice cream sandwiches.
12.
Some people meal prep, I climate prep. Not sure if the 17 layers I was wearing had anything to do with it, but these ice cream sandwiches went down quick. This, however, was just the beginning.
Here's what's next. For meal 2, I want you to eat 2 pounds of cold cut turkey. Think of it as a chili protein hug.
2 pounds though?
This meal was semi-normal, but the next one
The salt is amazing.
was going to require me to eat something I can guarantee no one watching this has ever eaten, willingly.
Hopefully all that protein goes to my glutes.
Wait, that wasn't even that
It's gonna
much.
be
I
substantial.
thought it was way more
I
than
want
that.
you to take down an entire frozen cheesecake and an entire frozen pizza.
Oh, I can do a pizza. I can do a pizza by myself. Not dead ass. I can eat a whole DiGiorno pizza by myself.
I decided to throw on a third layer for this.
I've done it. I don't wait. I don't think I've done a whole pizza. I don't think I've done a whole pizza by itself, but I've done 75% of the pizza before. No, I have done a whole pizza before. I've done 2 halves, like, cause usually, like, you know, we would split it, me and my uncle. But sometimes he would just get like 1 slice, and I would get like 75%, or he would just let me have the whole thing. Cause he cut it, but I would eat mine, and then his was still on there, and then he just let me have it, and I just have the whole piece. Sometimes, so I know I can do the whole DiGiorno pizza. This meal is not that hard,
I just knew it was going to go downhill.
and that was just for dinner, by the way. So I
In
think
spite of this
I
pizza
can do
I
this
took
shit
was
too.
wreaking havoc on my teeth. It was
But it's
thawing out,
cold
my body
though.
was
Why is he eating it cold?
So there was only one thing for me to do in the situation. I hope that during my short little workout that the cheesecake would thaw a bit. Things did change a few minutes later though.
Cheesecake's starting to thaw out.
But Nova was about to test me again, and this time, failure meant losing everything.
That is the weirdest meal I think I've ever eaten in my life.
Today's grand finale will be the ultimate test of efficiency. Finish this next meal in 12 minutes and the day is over. But fail it and the day will be counted as a loss, which will mean the end of the challenge. Your next meal is 50 pieces of sushi served on ice, a bag of frozen strawberries, and 4 pints of ice cream. Better eat quickly, Eric.
With how sensitive my teeth were, the strawberries themselves would take 12 minutes to finish. And here I was, yet again, facing another speed challenge. Needless to say, it felt like all hope was lost.
After today, my stomach's gonna need a space heater.
Bro,
Just as I began the
they
first
trying to
meal
give
that
me
would
that.
inevitably lead
See?
to the end of the challenge,
Ice
something Nova
burns.
said earlier came to me.
Test of efficiency. Efficiency.
My shiny teeth.
I finally realized what Nova meant by test of efficiency. After loading the strawberries and all 4 pints in the blender, I'll just say what came out of this looked a lot more appetizing than what came out of it a few nights ago. Now, with the entire challenge on the line, it was time to see if I could pass this test of efficiency. 3, 2, and 1, go. I found out quickly why Nova had me put the sushi on ice.
Oh man, the sushi, very cold.
With almost half the sushi down, I was making very good time. But the only thing my soul wanted at this point was a hot cup of coffee.
I'm so full right now.
But as the seconds ticked away, I knew I had to keep pace.
Is that really what I work? Oh my goodness.
Yesterday showed me what not to do.
Well, under 5 minutes left.
And with the sushi and shake staring back at me, I came to an important realization.
1.5 minutes left. Freezing cold.
Me not eating fast enough wasn't the real problem here.
I'm so cold.
It was everything slowing me down.
With 30 seconds to spare, baby.
You did it.
We won, baby. We won.
Dang, he's still with the video though.
I will always remember the day I ate a frozen.
I'd like to say if he completed the video, it would be over.
But everyone, day number 10 has come to a close, and I am back up to an 80% completion rate for the challenge. We're in the home stretch with 4 days left. If I can win 3 more times and only lose once, I will finish this entire challenge.
So he can have a loss. He got a loss to spare.
Now, Nova keeps mentioning this whole gauntlet thing, and I have no idea what that's all about. But what I do know is that Nova is most likely going to make this challenge extra hard going into the final days. Tomorrow is the start of the last module before the gauntlet.
Bro, I need some raid, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but these bitches are pissing me off.
I don't actually sleep with the lights on. Okay, good night now.
After the 10 days I just had, I couldn't carry on any further without taking a moment to celebrate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the morning of day 11, and it's not just the morning of day 11. I have officially crossed over into uncharted territory because as it stands right now, this is the longest food challenge that I have ever done.
Wow.
So a round of applause for me. Thank you very much.
Longest food
now,
challenge
that's my last
we've ever
challenge. There's
done.
one thing I did that got me in the zone. It got me motivated. So everyone, without further ado, it's officially time to get locked in. Hope you guys like my new glasses. But really, the main reason I'm wearing these glasses is because
From now on, all of your calories must now be tracked through an AI device of your choice.
About 2 weeks before this challenge, I got my hands on a pair of Ray-Ban Metas.
Hey Meta, what am I looking at? You're looking at a phone and what appears to be a very disorganized desk.
Which technically are an AI device. So from the way I saw it, this was the perfect opportunity to use them.
when the glasses come on, that's when I channel my inner appetite, which, judging by what Nova threw at me this morning, I'm going to really need to do over the next few days if I want to win this challenge.
Welcome to the flavor fatigue module. The first rule is no mixing opposite flavor profiles to help you get through the meal. Number 2 is no breaks between items once you start a meal. Rule number 3, if you don't finish the meal, your day is over, and it will be counted as a loss. Your first meal is 100 chocolate chip cookies.
There's nothing really I have to say right now. I feel like I look completely not locked in at all. That's so sick.
With meal 1 being 100 cookies, I knew I was going to need to stay focused. I was also going to need to fix the chocolate on my forehead. While I was able to get through meal 1 fairly quickly, today was going to require me to think outside the box once again.
And that's the way the cookies
Wait, damn, he gotta eat all that cookies. I made that home.
Brownies?
No breaks between items once.
Judging by what Nova threw at me this morning, I'm going to really need to do over the next few days if I want to win this challenge.
Welcome to the flavor fatigue module. The first rule is no mixing opposite flavor profiles to help you get through the meal. Number 2 is no breaks between items once you start a meal. Rule number 3, if you don't finish the meal, your day is over, and it will be counted as a loss. Your first meal is 100 chocolate chip cookies.
Jeez, I can do that.
There's nothing really I have to say right now. I feel like I look completely not locked in at all. That's so sick.
With meal 1 being 100 cookies, I knew I was going to need to stay focused. I was also going to need to fix the chocolate on my forehead. While I was able to get through meal 1 fairly quickly, today was going to require me to think outside the box once again.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Your next meal is 15 brownies.
Brownies?
Voila! Pardon me 1 second, I need to document my calories. After logging my calories, I inhaled these brownies pretty quickly. Brownies are down.
Your next meal is 3 dozen cupcakes.
Well, time to go disappoint my pancreas one more time.
I decided
You
to
got the
watch
small one, bro. You gotta get the fattest one,
Shortly after
bro.
my first bite, I realized unwrapping everything would make this much easier.
That's a lot of wrappers.
Then things started to go downhill.
Cupcakes are down. Meta, please translate all future burps into animal noises.
Your next meal is 2 large bags of regular M&Ms.
I don't care how cool and futuristic these AI glasses are, I look like a complete dork. I'm really embarrassed to be wearing these right now.
Walking through the store, I found the upgraded version of an old friend.
What was this a few days ago?
They made Pepto-Bismol Ultra now. I grabbed some toothpaste to clean my teeth after the insane amount of sugar I've been eating, and I grabbed the M&Ms on the way out.
You look like a dork, and
and I'm just saying me, not you guys. If you wear these, you probably don't have a door, but I do. I would have been fine with peanut M&Ms, but when Nova specifically said regular M&Ms, I could tell she was keeping me away from anything salty. At this point, I had used sheer willpower to get through the last 2 meals. But for the next meal, I was gonna need a lot more than just that.
Finish a dozen crumble cookies in one sitting. If you do it, you'll successfully complete the day. If you don't, today will be counted as a loss.
With the sugar coma I was in, finishing a dozen crumble cookies was going to be close to impossible. Until I remembered an old strategy. Remember that carrot cake from a few months ago? Well, initially I came up with the bright idea of freezing it beforehand, hoping I could turn each slice into popsicles, which in theory would make it tasteless as I ate it. The plan failed epically.
Oh, dude, it's not even frozen at all.
Since I had a bit more time on my hands now, I decided, why not try it again? While waiting for them to freeze, I decided to send my mom this stupid selfie.
I'm gonna send my last photo to my mom and tell her I sent it using my glasses.
I was kind of surprised with what she said back because I didn't really have an answer. As for my plan from earlier, I probably should have looked inside the box before putting these in the freezer because I discovered that crumble serves more than just cookies. In fact, there were only 4 cookies in the dozen, which kind of messed my plan up.
Gotta make sure I lock this meal.
But at least the 4 cookies were able to get frozen. Fortunately for me, those cookies being there was a blessing in disguise.
Ooh, there's some salt on it.
Because when I looked down and saw salt on top of the cookies, I got a new strategy, which I thought of while I ate this overly sweet coconut dessert thing. I couldn't really find an effect for this, but this is basically what was going through my mind. Anyways, my new plan was to use the sea salt from those cookies to combat the flavor fatigue, which unfortunately was hitting me harder than ever. But what was up next was only going to make things worse. I'm a firm believer that lemon belongs in beverages, not baked goods.
Oh, he don't like lemon. That's another thing. I don't think he like avocados either.
The first bite of this lemon tart hit me like a bad memory. As far as I was concerned, there was only one thing I could do in this situation.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Actually, make that 2 things. At this point, I looked less like a person.
It's still considered one sitting, okay? I know I got up.
And more like a before photo.
That is the stomach of a man who's had way too much sugar.
I went back to the cookies, which at this point were the only thing keeping me alive.
By the way, the freezing technique absolutely made no difference. Nothing happened. I just want you all to know it doesn't work unless you're patient.
Thanks to an unexpected assist, I was able to finish the cookies and get the W.
Oh. Well, it looks like I ate enough sugar to qualify as a controlled substance.
Day 11 is complete. Tomorrow's the last day of this module, and then it's time for the gauntlet. I can't believe I've made it this far. To just be very, very transparent, I'm disgusted with myself. I'm disgusted with the behavior that I have exhibited.
After tracking my calories for the day, Nova was only slightly off, and still unimpressed. I woke up the next day not too optimistic about what was up next, and with what was waiting for me, I had good reason to be.
Day number 12. Almost there.
I've got a surprise meal for you today that I really think you're gonna enjoy. But first, meal 1 is 2 pounds of fried rice.
Oh, I love fried rice. You gotta get some chicken.
Based on what Nova said,
Shrimp.
I had a feeling she wasn't talking about the first meal.
Finally, something that's not 90% frosting.
But day 2 of the last module was underway. And with the amount of sugar I consumed yesterday, this meal was everything.
That was amazing.
Right off the bat, this meal quickly became less about rice and more about soy sauce delivery.
What? Don't judge me.
This rice may have hit the spot, but I couldn't stop thinking about what Nova had said earlier.
Haha! You have the attitude of a winner.
Next is 30 sliders. Let me know when you're done.
Now you're gonna get all the
I'm trying to think
salty.
of a funny joke for how to intro these sliders, but my brain is just I can't right now.
Bro, them bitches look
For some reason,
nasty,
the
but I
next
don't know
decision I
if
made
it's
felt like the least impactful one of my life.
I mean, they are decent, but like they just.
Even though flavor fatigue was already starting
You
to
might
creep
as well
up
get
on
a
me,
regular
I was able to
burger.
finish the rest of the sliders without an issue. But that bad feeling from before was
But
about to make
it is
itself
like
real.
defeated. You
It's
see like
time for your
40 of them
surprise
bitches.
meal. Head to the nearest grocery store. Let me know when you're there, and I'll tell you the next step.
Can you give me a hint on what the surprise
And then when you
is?
got the
No
munchies,
hints. You'll find out soon enough. Just get to the store, and
Hey.
we'll continue.
I'm choosing silence again. For obvious reasons.
Remember earlier in the video when I told you that carrot cake was the second worst thing I'd eaten all year?
Alright, Nova, I'm here. Where do I go?
Head to the snack section near the popcorn. Let me know when you're there.
Well, I avoided talking about the first one. For a reason.
Okay, I'm at the snack section.
Now that you're in the snack section, I can tell you what your surprise meal is. An entire family-size package of single-serving Lay's potato chips. I know you have experience with this, so this will be the ultimate test to see how much you've learned in this challenge.
People hear the word chips and think it's a cute little snack problem. But potato chips aren't filling. They're abrasive. In my last video, I ate 100 single-serving bags. That's not a lot of chips. That's 100 little sandpaper sessions. By the end, the roof of my mouth wasn't sore. It was raw. I actually couldn't taste normally for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm not afraid of the calories. I'm afraid of the texture.
I can do that. He said he's gonna take the L.
That
I'm
challenge
not
scarred
doing
me
that.
more than any other challenge ever has scarred me, and trust me, that's saying something. So unfortunately, folks, my completion rate has dropped to 75%, which means, ladies and gentlemen, that if I at any point over the next 48 hours fail a day, this entire challenge is over. And I lose my shot at claiming my title back forever. I have no idea what Nova's going to throw at me, but everyone, if I'm going out, your boy's going to go out swinging. Let's get some sleep, and it's time for the gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. I have made it to the gauntlet.
Congratulations, Eric. You made it to the gauntlet. Rule 1. Each meal you eat has to test at least one skill from a previous module. Rule 2. No opposing flavor profiles or beverages other than water. Rule 3. Failure to finish a meal will result in a loss, which, because of your current completion percentage, will mean the challenge is over. Your first meal is 15 waffles without syrup. Oh, and by the way,
I can do that. You see, without syrup, I'm gonna make it better.
will be automated.
Knowing that one slip up meant
Because
the entire
waffles
challenge
by
was over
themselves, they
was
just
pretty
kind of,
unsettling.
Thick and fluffy.
especially them
This is
egg
what I'm gonna
waffles,
do by the end of this challenge.
they just kind of taste like bread, kind of. They don't taste sweet for
looking
real.
waffles of all time.
It tastes
the gauntlet
alright
was
without
officially underway.
without
And this
syrup.
whole
But
automated
like,
schedule thing was already starting to get annoying. But the chaos was just beginning.
I'd like to formally apologize to my taste buds for what I just subjected them to.
Next is the speed challenge module. 30 Twinkies in 5 minutes.
I feel like I'm about to turn
oh, I can do that.
3, 2, 1, go.
With how sweet these Twinkies tasted, I felt like this was more a flavor fatigue challenge than a speed-based one. The earlier speed modules reinforced to me how crucial liquids were in getting things down faster. And while this Twinkie challenge came down to the wire, celebrating early wasn't an option. I had to stay on my toes.
4.5 minutes, baby. Whew.
The next meal is the temperature tolerance module. 15 popsicles in one sitting.
It's nice that my pain is
15 in one sitting.
I wasn't allowed a hot beverage, but
I mean,
I was allowed
how much is
temperature
one
water,
sitting?
which unfortunately for me was going to do absolutely nothing to help me in the next meal. I was going to need a different kind of relief.
Now, you gonna need some water. Water helping cool your mouth.
The
Like,
next meal tests your spice tolerance with 3 El Diablo burgers.
Where do you get an El Diablo burger? What is that? That sounds horrible. Pray for my digestive system.
The first bite of this tasted like someone put regret on a bun and microwaved it. And in even worse news, each whiff of spice seemed to raise my internal temperature by about 10 degrees. I'm not entirely sure why I thought this would work, but adding ice cubes seemed like the next move. It was completely pointless. I forgot to snap a picture at the beginning, so I just took this one. Little did I know the reminder I got next was going to be one I needed to take seriously.
The El Diablo burgers have been conquered.
The next meal is your highest calorie and highest capacity meal yet. Finish it, and the day is over. I want you to eat 25 pieces of KFC's fried chicken.
25 KFC
I'm
chickens.
never listening to electronic music ever again after this challenge.
What type though? Like wings, thighs, breasts.
Someone save me. After giving my stomach as much time as I possibly could, I got started on the pile of chicken.
Tastes a lot better than your Diablo burger.
My strategy was to knock out the biggest pieces first.
Almost forgot.
But with midnight right around the corner,
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna need to lock in big time here and take things one bite at a time.
Oh, this man just always. Excuse me.
I didn't know it, but the hardest part of the gauntlet hadn't even started yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I've made it to the end of day 13. Completion rate goes up to 77%. Well, technically 76.9%, but I just decided to round up. Paula, do you have any closing thoughts?
Thank you.
If I close out tomorrow with the win, I'll officially get the world's hungriest man title back. But if I fail tomorrow, I'll lose my chance at getting my title back forever. And that simply cannot happen.
Forgot to log today's calories.
The final day was here, and my completion rate was still intact. But that didn't mean the challenge was over. Nova still had one last say.
Everyone, it's day 14, and I gotta tell you all, I'm so glad this is the final day. It's time to see what Nova has up her sleeve, if she was an actual person, which she's not. I don't think.
All rules from yesterday still apply, but today, you must eat every 2 hours. Get ready, because it starts at 9 a.m. Your first meal is 35 glazed donuts.
35 donuts. He can eat donuts.
Nearly broke me. Eating every 2 hours until midnight was the hardest part of this entire challenge, and now Nova...
Yeah, but he gotta take a break. He usually do better when he takes breaks.
But with both my pride and my title on the line...
Dang, I keep forgetting, man.
I was not going to go down without a fight.
Meal 2 is going to incorporate the flavor fatigue element. I want you to eat 2 dozen blueberry pancakes, no syrup, no condiments allowed.
As I started the next meal, there was only 2 things keeping me going. Room temp water and my own insanity. But neither of those were going to get me very far.
Meal 3 is going to incorporate the speed module. I want you to eat an entire box of Little Debbie's oatmeal cream pies in under 3 minutes.
As I'm sure you can imagine, after all the eating I had just done, my jaw felt like it was in another dimension. But thankfully, these Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies didn't require a ton of chewing. And when I got to the minute mark in this challenge,
1 minute in.
I knew I was one step closer to beating the gauntlet.
I wish I could eat like that, bro.
Now begins the temperature tolerance module. Your goal is to eat 8 frozen burritos in one sitting.
The frozen pizza from a few days ago was weird, but this was way weirder. I tried to get a decent picture of these burritos, but they still look terrible. And unfortunately, because of what I ate on
Wait,
days
you
9
can't
and
cook
10,
them?
every single one of my teeth were still incredibly sensitive.
Why are you not cooking them?
But after letting them
You
thaw
didn't say you had to
I was
eat them
able
raw,
chop the
man.
burritos.
Everybody, I'm halfway through.
Next is the second temperature tolerance challenge. Your goal now is to eat 1 box of ice cream sandwiches.
That's about how I feel right now.
Thankfully, my brain was still semi-operational, and I removed all the wrappers before eating this time. But as soon as I took my first bite, the worst brain freeze of the entire challenge hit me like a freight train. This was truly the point where I questioned if I could carry on anymore or not. But with only 3 meals left after this, I had to keep pushing.
Ice cream sandwiches are complete.
The next meal will incorporate the spicy and speed modules. Your goal is 50 spicy nuggets in 5 minutes.
To my complete surprise, these nuggets were barely even spicy. Oh, and speaking of surprises, Nova had the biggest one of the challenge, saved for last.
4 minutes and 13 seconds.
Your next meal is 16 slices of pizza.
I just want it to end already.
Sitting on the couch, I was too disgusted with myself to go out in public, so I DoorDashed the pizza instead. And after it showed up at my door, something inside of me shifted.
I've officially reached the part of this challenge where it feels emotional.
This was almost starting to feel not real anymore. It finally dawned on me that I was no longer fighting hunger. I was fighting momentum. And even though both my brain and body were telling me to throw in the towel, I knew I had to hang on just a little while longer.
Why, Eric? Why?
And just as I was starting to see the light, Nova brought back the one thing she knew would actually break me.
I want you to tell me what the final meal of this challenge is going to be.
Your next meal is going to test you beyond anything before. Everything you faced in this
Some hot
challenge
stuff?
has led you to this point. The final meal is an entire family-sized...
Oh, potato chips.
Time to finish what I started.
With an hour left until midnight, it was clear. Finish every bag and reclaim my title, or lose it forever. The very second I opened the first bag, I knew exactly where this was headed. I was more exhausted at this point than I had been in the entire challenge, and the next reminder I got confirmed that. The second that first chip hit, both my dignity and the roof of my mouth took the full impact. I pushed forward anyway, knowing full well my mouth was already losing this fight. And to make things even worse,
I actually just realized I forgot to start the meal with my glasses on.
it took me 10 minutes to eat just 3 bags of chips. With 15 more to go,
3 chips, 10 minutes. This is not going to cut it.
You soak them bitches in water and make that shit,
slow
nigga.
down, failure seemed imminent at this point, and my mouth was getting obliterated. The only thing I could do at this point was take a short break. But even after the break, as time ticked away, I felt like I could see my title ticking away with it. With a little over
All you gotta
half
do
an
is
hour
eat
left
some
until
chips,
midnight,
bro. Come on.
the next few minute break I took pretty much sealed the deal in my mind. And to make things even worse, I thought I was a lot further along than I actually was. So when I counted the bags a few minutes later, I considered this challenge over.
All of these are done. 7, 8, 9. Only halfway.
With 15 minutes and half of the chips still remaining, there was no version of this where I just powered through.
It's been 45 minutes.
And then I remembered, this wasn't about pushing harder, it was about thinking differently.
Test of efficiency.
And then it hit me. This really was a test all along. But before I made my next move, I wanted to be 100% sure. So I had her reread me the second rule.
Rule 2, no opposing flavor profiles or beverages other than water.
Turns
That's
out,
how I'm
efficiency
saying.
isn't always about removing
Soak
the
that
opposite.
shit in
It's
water.
about
I literally
finding
said
the way
that
through.
shit.
Lay's burrito, anyone?
Wait, he's making it into a burrito?
Since tortillas weren't technically a contrasting flavor, they were allowed. And boy, were they shielding the roof of my mouth from these chips just like I'd hoped. But there was no time left to think, because everything I'd done over
It
the
ain't
last 2
smart,
weeks
though.
was all coming down to this.
I have to be cutting it close, Mom. I'm taking you guys on a journey with me. Because it's got to happen this way. All right, you guys are coming with me. My phone's dead. Okay. We're going to do this. At 11:59. We didn't weep, Nova.
Your completion percentage is 78.6%.
He did it.
That means you've completed the entire challenge successfully. Your title
He has failed some challenges before. That's how you know it's a fake.
For a while, I thought losing that title
He-
meant I was
he
losing
is-
something else too.
you know,
Like parts of me
he's
were
a
slipping
goat.
away the longer I held onto them. But finishing this didn't give me my prime back. It reminded me I never really lost it in the first place. See,
Dang, stunting on niggas.
got moved past. It changes. And the best part about being human is realizing it shows up even in the smallest decisions.
Where would you like to go for lunch?
How does pizza sound?
And ultimately, I realized that those small decisions felt a lot better than they were mine.
Alright, man. Hey, see y'all later, man. Like the video. Peace.